Hi everybody, this is Stephen Pugh. I want to bring an appendix A, in which this is Appendix A, yes, I'm going to describe the overall experience of fasting. In the first few days of fasting, the body will feel a little strange, and you will begin to have a growing sense of well-being. During this time, your body will begin to use up all the sugar reserves, and this will be very good for type 2 diabetics. Burning surplus sugars will always be good in these circumstances. After 3 or 4 days, your body will go into ketosis and begin to draw on its fat reserves. And for about a week, you will be burning 3 to 4 pounds of fat weight every day, and you'll be feeling no hunger, and you will get a great sense of well-being. However, usually after about a week of this fat burning, it will all slow down and you will continue. And if you continue, it might reduce to about 1 pound a day loss of fat. But during all this time, you will still be feeling empty, but you will be feeling well. And your ability to think and study will be greatly improved. And quietly, you will decide what you want to do next. Now, you may feel that this is enough, or you may decide to go further and to quietly go forward day at a time, depending on how you're feeling. There will be no pain. There will be no hunger. That is from the fasting. Of course, you need to keep an eye on yourself, and if you feel you can keep your doctor informed. The doctors generally advise against it, but fasting is generally very safe. Those who decide to go much further will find that they will have no hunger and will be able to go on a long fast if they wish to do so for anything up to 30 or even 40 days. Some people have done more than that. When we read the Bible, we find that Christ fasted for 40 days and then afterward he hungered. Now, it's important at this point to break the fast. It's important to break it slowly and to begin to eat the right kinds of light food, such as vegetable soup and light fruit. And during a long fast, it's good to stick to water only. The good news, which has only recently been discovered and proven to be true, is a thing called autophagy. This is where in a fast, the body begins to clear up the debris and to reuse the chemicals and molecules to rebuild other things which are needing repair. It's not unusual to find eyesight very much restored, but there are probably hundreds of repairs in the body that can be fixed during a fast, and it's said to begin after only 24 hours of fasting. Now, all this is very interesting, and it's something for everyone to try to learn to do. Now, there are many types of fasting protocols. For example, to fast for 1 day would be considered to be very easy, just 1 day. To fast for the Sunday and the Monday, like say for 2 days, that's moderately easy. To fast for Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, that's for 3 days, that's considered to be fairly easy. To fast for 4 days is considered to be mild. It's not really that difficult. To fast for 5 days, it becomes a little bit more difficult. And then to fast for 6 days is to now be in what's called a strong fast. Of course, when I say strong, that doesn't mean to say you're unwell or that you feel hungry or that you feel sick. It just means that it's quite a radical fast. And to fast, of course, for 7 days is a serious fast, but not impossible. It's not impossible. And generally speaking, a 7-day fast, if you're about 200 pounds of weight, will lose you about 1 stone in weight, or 14 pounds, or 2 pounds a day. So that's very interesting, isn't it? Now let's think about fasting daily. If you fast from 6 o'clock in the evening to 6 o'clock in the morning, that's called a 12-hour fast. If you fast from the evening meal at 6 o'clock one day to 9 o'clock the next morning, it's the 50-hour fast. That's quite substantial. Generally, at 15 hours or more, you're moving into autophagy. Quite quickly, your body is starting to have a rest and rebuild itself. From 6 o'clock in the evening till 12 o'clock midday is an 18-hour fast. That's very, very, very beneficial, exceptionally beneficial. And then the last one, sorry, not the last one, but the 6 o'clock in the evening to 3 o'clock the next day is a 21-hour fast. That is exceptionally beneficial, exceptionally, and has tremendous effect for the body. And then a 6 o'clock fast till 5 o'clock the next afternoon is a 23-hour fast. It's what's called OMAD, or 1 meal a day. It is exceptionally beneficial. There we are. So that's another type of fast. And then, of course, there's monthly fasts. For example, I'll give you some examples of how this can be done. Let's suppose you have a 4-week month. You can have a week of the first week in which you're a full water fast. So 7 days, just water. That easy. You'll lose a stone. Then on the next week, you can have a week of OMAD, so 1 meal a day. Now that's still quite a radical fast, but not quite as severe as the full water fast. And then you flip back then, after the 1 meal a day, to the full fast again, the full water fast. And then on week 4, you switch back to the OMAD, or 1 meal a day. So what you've got is full fast, 1 meal a day, full fast, 1 meal a day. And this is the cycle that can go in a month. And if you're wanting to have a month that has the extra week, some months have an extra week, then you can just do a 1 meal a day on the last week. And this is one way of being able to alternate between full fasting and not fasting, full fasting and not fasting. It's also possible to have what I call the continuous cycle. If you take water fasting, for example, and then you have breakfast only, and then you have breakfast and lunch, and then you have breakfast, lunch and dinner, and then you go back to breakfast and lunch, and then breakfast only, and then a water fast. And this is a continuous cycle of water fast, breakfast only, breakfast and lunch, breakfast, lunch and supper, and then breakfast and lunch, and then breakfast, and then a full water fast. So this is a continuous cycle, and this continuous cycle, it breaks the binging. It breaks the binging. It enables you to continue to take control even as you're coming off the fast. That's so very, very important. This is actually the general way in which I run my fasting. I generally have what they call the 8-week plan, in which I have these 4 features on a continuous cycle. Well, there we are. There's a great deal there, a lot for you to think about. I just wanted to put this in as an additional appendix. We talked about fasting, but we weren't able to explain it very well. Well, there we are. This is pretty well the end of the ABC, unless, of course, I think that there's something else that needs to be added in. I can't think of it at the minute. But we just pray that this has been a blessing to you, and we pray that these things that you were never taught in Sunday school, and you were never taught in nursery school, they're all the very basics of life. Remember, it's the ABC. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. You know, I hope you're able to go through these letters and think of what the words mean. Think of what the individual words mean. Apple and book, so on, and cat, and so on. As you go through, there are so many things. And we wish you every blessing and pray this has been a great blessing to you. Bye for now.